Good day, everyone. Welcome to MCBK 2021 virtual. Delighted that you're all here. I'm Chuck Friedman. I'm the chair of the Department of Learning Health Sciences at the University of Michigan and one of the co-chairs of MCBK. Rachel?
Yep. And I'm Rachel Richardson. I'm a faculty member in the Department of Learning Health Sciences at the University of Michigan and also a co-chair of the MCBK Steering Committee, and thrilled to be here today and welcome you to this wonderful program that we have for the next 2 days.
So in this very first session, very briefly, prior to our opening keynote, we're going to go over the agenda for the day, some of the purposes of this meeting, do a quick reset, actually that we're going to do that first, a quick reset of what MCBK is all about, and let's proceed to that now. So what's our point of departure? Our point of departure is the fundamental idea that there are two ways of representing knowledge. You can represent knowledge in the way we are all accustomed to, in human readable form, in words, pictures, equations, tables, and other mechanisms, or in the new era in which we are entering, increasingly knowledge can be represented in computable or machine executable form, that is to say, in code. So on the left, knowledge that humans can read, and on the right, knowledge that machines can read and execute. So that's our point of departure, but where are we going? And where we're going is in the direction of what we've come to call a second knowledge revolution. The first one was a long time ago with the invention of the printing press, way back to the 900s in China. Mass printing was done. More recently, but still a long time ago, in Europe, printing began in the 15th century. And the printing press enabled mass access to knowledge, and I think we're all aware of the revolution that mass access to knowledge enabled. In some very basic way, nothing has really changed since then. We still have printed, human-readable knowledge enabling mass access as the driver of everything we do that depends on knowledge in our society. The second knowledge revolution is about to happen, or may even have happened already. This is an idea where transformative change enabled by concepts like learning health systems and further enabled by advances in artificial intelligence and machine learning have enabled mass action application of knowledge, the ability to drive improvement at very, very large scale with very, very little incremental effort to drive from a lower level of scale to a higher level of scale. The point here is that the second knowledge revolution, and this is the connection to MCBK, requires knowledge in computable form, in code, that machines can read and execute. So how we're going to get there? We're going to get there from this point of departure to a second knowledge revolution in many, many ways, but one major way we're going to get there, we believe, is through the multi-stakeholder movement to mobilize computable biomedical knowledge, or MCBK. This all started with an organizing meeting in Ann Arbor in 2017. We've had annual open meetings since then at the NIH and at the National Library of Medicine as a partner in 2018 and 2019, and we had a virtual meeting last year, and of course a virtual meeting again this year. MCBK has done a great deal of work through the efforts of multiple work groups that you'll be hearing about more in a moment. We have made various web resources available, held webinars, increasingly produced papers and white papers, and we believe MCBK has at least catalyzed a number of national and global collaborations. MCBK is predicated on a document we call the MCBK Manifesto. At our first public meeting in 2018, this document was widely discussed and ultimately endorsed by those present at the meeting, and we believe, therefore, we are moving forward based on this manifesto in a highly multi-stakeholder and engaged and inclusive way. Rachel.
Terrific. Thanks, Chuck. So as part of this manifesto and moving toward it, our MCBK community has formed into 3 different work groups that are each tackling different aspects of this. We have the Sustainability for Mobilization and Inclusion work group, which is co-chaired by Jerry Perry and Terry Wheeler. We have the Standards and Technical Infrastructure working group, which is co-chaired by Bruce Bray, Bob Greenis, and Jamie McCusker. And we have the Policy and Coordination to Ensure Quality and Trust group, and this is led by Blackford Middleton and Jody Platt. Another new thing that we have to discuss in these few days, which is very exciting, is our work and the thoughts towards transforming MCBK into a more formal organization and potentially a membership organization. You'll see on the right side of your screen a document that is our draft thinking about how to evolve MCBK, and we talk a little bit about the history and evolution of our community and justification for moving toward a more formal organizational structure. And this document is a draft and includes missions, goals, and strategies for that. We welcome you to view this and make comments today, tomorrow, and even after this meeting. We will discuss this strategy document and are thinking about moving MCBK forward tomorrow in the morning session called Future of MCBK, and we'll be hoping to hear from you in that session. It will be a chat-based discussion, so we don't have the technology to get your audio feedback, but we will encourage people to submit comments, and then we will collect those and have some communications after the meeting and organize some type of town hall or something where we can really move this forward and hear what people's feedback and comments are. So this year's meeting, what are our goals? We, again, want to chart the future of MCBK and move this forward. We want to strengthen our foundation of shared recognition for these values and principles of mobilizing CBK that are expressed in our manifesto document. We want to advance the action plans of the 3 different work groups that I mentioned. We want to generate new ideas for mobilizing and advancing CBK and identify opportunities for future collaboration, and then, of course, update what we're doing in terms of the excellent ongoing work of our presenters, our poster presenters, and the numerous professionals that are part of this terrific program. So the plan for today, we have 2 wonderful keynotes that I will introduce separately. We have a break, so they're with some social rooms, so we can do some quick lunch and chat, and I encourage people to do some social networking there. We've got real progress on the work groups to mobilize CBK. So we actually have the co-chairs from all 3 work groups that will reflect on some questions, share updates of what they're doing, and again, collect feedback on what they're doing, and particularly what they will do for the action sessions tomorrow. So you'll get a little preview of that in this panel. We have a lightning poster presentations, so quick overviews of the 21 fabulous submissions that we have, and then, of course, later in the day, we will have an opportunity to meet individually with those poster authors and discuss their projects. After the lightning poster presentations session, we'll have a little bit of break. Again, we'll have some social rooms open so that people can network and connect. We'll have then a panel with a couple of our MCBK members who have done terrific work, really applied work all around COVID-19, numerous projects. So we're going to hear from those very quickly because there's so many. And that's an exciting way to see some CBK in action. We have a short session planned to remember Dr. Milton Korn. Then we close out with a panel, which is mobilizing CBK worldwide. So we get some international perspectives and hear about the movement globally. And then we have this interactive poster session where you can meet with individual authors and experts. The plan for tomorrow, just to highlight, we will start with this future of MCBK and again go over this strategic plan and what we're thinking in terms of the future and organization of CBK. We again have a wonderful keynote. George Strawn will share his remarks, and we also have Dr. Mark Musin from Stanford who will share his thoughts on metadata, and so that will really be a very relevant and exciting session. We'll have again some break and some time for networking. Then we'll have the work group group action sessions, which are a big block of time for the work groups to meet individually. These will be very interactive. People can absolutely participate in these, and we encourage you to and really jump in and help shape the activities and the work of these different work groups. And then finally, we've got Leslie McIntosh and Peter Emby, who will share their thoughts. They've been involved with MCBK for a long time and have been very active in past meetings, and so they will reflect on what we've heard or will be hearing over the next 2 days. And then we have again a social hour just to wrap this all up and network. So we encourage you to be there. It might be a little early for quarantinis and drinks on the West Coast, but it's summer and we won't tell. So hopefully you can join us for that. Just a few logistics and reminders. You've already made it to the URL if you're watching this, but if you have any trouble, I've got contact on the next slide. Everything you should need should be in that portal. The interactive poster session at 5 p.m. Eastern time today will have 21 different booths that you can go into to look at and meet with the authors. The work group sessions, again, you'll get directions and links to join those from your portal. Those will be at 1:15 Eastern time tomorrow. The website has all the materials, and these will be posted after the meeting. And please do feel free to tweet. Hashtag MobilizeCBK, just one M, MobilizeCBK. Again, the platform is Hopin, and I hope you're enjoying it and have a good experience with that. If you have any issues at all, we've got Michelle Williams' email on the screen, and you can connect with her. Please take a break, stand up if you can. No one's watching you, so please do enjoy and get comfortable for this great content that we have planned for you for the next 2 days.